Replicon Radio is sponsored by Lex the Hexmaster and the Shadow Army. Remember, don't forget to get your pre-orders in now for the EP, The Palace of Illusions, drops November 26th.
Oh yeah! Shout out to the sponsor all day, every day.
Shout out to the sponsor,
Lex the motherfucking Hexmaster.
Shout out.
Shout out.
We're back. We're live. We're doing it, man. If you guys are tuning in over at the website live, head on over to the YouTube channel. We're back up over there. Share the link out. Get people coming. We need to, we got to reset the thing. We got to get the people back in here. Share the link. Let everybody know, man, because we got guests, man.
We got guests.
We're making new friends. We're doing big things. We're talking to some dope people.
New guys.
We got some big things popping tonight.
New peoples.
That's right. But yeah, let's just
let's just do it.
Let's jump on into it, man. We need everybody to share and let the people know. Come into the chat room. You guys can ask questions, hang out, all that good stuff.
Share it.
Ooh, that was a pick six.
Oh God.
Uh-oh.
I care.
All right, we'll care outside.
Okay.
Kara outside the episode.
Okay.
That's right. But besides Rue and his football addictions, we do have a special guest tonight.
New guy.
Way better than my football addictions, by the way.
That's right. But let's go ahead and give it up, man. Give it up for our new friend, hopefully our homie, Hatch.
Yeah.
What's up, man?
Yo, what's good, fellas? What's going on?
Hello, sir.
What's happening, yo?
Oh man, I'm just over here grinding, man, as usual, man. Stepped out to chop it up with y'all.
Hell
Well,
yeah.
we appreciate you taking time out of your day.
Now, do I refer to you
Absolutely.
as Hatch or Hatch Wiseguy?
It's pretty much Hatch. You know what I'm saying? Hatch Wiseguy is kind of a branded thing, but my name is just Hatch.
Oh, you're a wise guy, eh?
Hatch. Hey.
That's exactly why that name came about. So many people said that to me in such a short span. I was like,
Look at this fucking wise guy.
yeah.
Look at this fucking wise guy.
That's awesome, though. Yo, you fucking wise guy.
He's a wise guy hatching the plan and shit. Look at this guy.
Some kind of
Yeah, man, exactly. Try to stay sharp.
Ain't nothing wrong with that. Well, welcome to Replicon Radio, man. We're excited to get to know you.
Yeah, man, thanks for having me.
Absolutely. So generally, man, what we like to do is we really do want to get to know people, and we find the best way to do that is kind of, travel back into time, if you will, get on our DeLorean or what have you.
We're running out of fuel, but we can get some more.
Yeah. But we want to know like the origin story, man. Like I know like
It's
you're
solar.
from Detroit, right? And you kind of got into music like really young, like 12, 13 years old. Like how did like your kind of origin story, like getting into music, and how did it all come about for you?
Oh man, so like for me, I was always kind of naturally just an entertainer. Whether I was trying to, as a kid pulling off magic tricks or telling jokes or, dancing to songs or whatever it was, I was just always involved in entertaining and putting on a show and you know what I'm saying? And, I fell in love with hip hop at a young age, and I was like, whoa, like I gotta be a part of this shit. You know what I'm saying? I hope I can swear on this, by the way.
No, absolutely. Yeah. Fuck yeah.
Okay, cool. Yeah. But it's a passion of mine, man. I'm in love with the art form of it. It's so much more than just, beats and hooks for me. It's just such a way of life, man, and a culture, you know what I'm saying? That I just love it so much, and I've been a part of it most of my life, and naturally, it's funny how things kind of just gravitate towards you, man. You know what I'm saying? And my stepdad, he actually was a musician all his life, so when he came into my life, he already had a little makeshift studio, a little equipment, a little cheap microphone, and Acid Pro beat, program on his computer and whatnot. I started messing around at an early age, and it was just like, I showed him, I was like, let me do a song, so I did a song, and he was really impressed, and he was like, dang, I think he might have some, and just working with him throughout the years, and I mean, just so many things have happened. I win contests and I go on tours, and it's just been a long history, with a lot of names in it and a lot of experiences, man. I'm just happy to be here and blessed to be able to express myself on some type of platform in some way, you know what I mean?
I could just imagine him running to his dad and be like, Dad, I got a song. He goes, oh, well, yeah, son, hell yeah. And he spits in. He's like, that's really good, man. Where's the lyrics? I'm going to hang them up on the refrigerator.
Yeah, it was pretty wild, man. It was pretty wild. It's I don't know, man. It's kind of hard to explain. I don't know what draws you to certain things as a kid. You know what I mean? But whatever it was, man, I was all about it.
You got to follow your passions and, anything that interests you. That's what life's about.
Yeah, and luckily for me, man, my parents are real cool and understanding and let me be who I was. They didn't try to push me into sports or this type of college or whatever. You know what I mean? So that had a huge chunk of, what I'm doing today. That's definitely got to be equated to that.
Yeah.
So what kind of music did your dad play?
He was in 80s bands and stuff. My step-pops was on some, long hair.
Duran.
Black fingernails, you know what I'm saying? The whole, right. He was looking like Tommy Lee back in the day or something, you know what I mean?
All right, I got you.
So he was a rock star type of deal, you know what I'm saying? And then when he met my mom, he kind of, I ain't gonna say he gave up on it because he still does shows and stuff, but you know what I'm saying? He kind of took a back seat to the family.
Damn, your mama's a Yoko Ono to the band? Shit.
Yeah, right? Well, hey, I'm grateful for that because I think in a lot of ways, maybe he got to live some of his dreams vicariously through me too, because if I wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him, that's a fact.
And now you can take him out,
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And then I actually, I put together a live band and he was in my band. So it was kind of dope. We did a bunch of big shows and you know what I'm saying?
That's father-son time right there. That's family time.
Yeah, he got to, really play a real role in it, So super dope, man. It's just crazy. Sometimes, the stars can align a little bit for you.
Now, was he on board with you when you started doing hip hop, or was he kind of like, "Come on, son, can we do something different"?
No, I think, it was very obvious at a very young age I was a hip-hop dude. Okay. I got pictures of me as, we're talking 6 years old, and I got a sideways hat, and I'm sagging my pants, and you know what I'm saying? Like,
so I've
been on this.
His dad's just looking at him like, come on, son, here, let me teach you about Van Halen.
Right, so it was kind of cool, because, I've always been eclectic, I've liked everything from, Marvin Gaye, to Al Green, all the way to, we could take it to Limp Bizkit and Korn. We could take it to Slipknot. We could take it to Bob Marley and Sean Paul and all the reggae vibes. So, I've definitely been a very eclectic, but something about hip hop, I was just one of those kids, that was my flavor.
Hell yeah. That's super
dope. Man. What's that?
I said, no, it's super dope.
100%, yeah, for sure.
So you obviously you started at a really young age. You put out what was your debut, the Wiseguy. You were like what, 17, 16 years old, something like that?
Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 16 or 17. I was in high school, and man, it was really funny because I used to skip class and go sell my CDs and shirts in the lunchroom. When I was supposed to be in class, I'd be in, there's 3 lunch periods. I'd be in all 3 of them, trying to sell CDs. And, awesome. I was in the school talent shows and I would win the talent shows. And it was overnight, everyone knew I rapped. It was kind of on the low until the 9th grade talent show. And I made my own beat, wrote my own rhymes, performed it. And overnight, the whole school was like, yo, that's the rap kid, so it was just that was a big turning point for me, for sure. The 9th grade talent show.
That's awesome, man.
That is
It's awesome. So funny, man. Yeah.
So with that, so obviously you're even just in school, just off of that little bit, it's just in your blood to grind. You're just out there hustling, promoting, and then just tell me about this Detroit democracy thing. You won this a couple years later.
Yeah. So I was 18 years old, pretty much fresh out of high school, and I got into a contest called the Detroit Democracy, and it was all the biggest acts in Michigan competing to be on a tour with a band you might have heard of called Critical Bill. They were signed to Tech Nine for a while,
Mm-hmm.
and it was a big opportunity to be across the country doing mad shows with a known act for 3 months straight. So we took it all the way and we won the competition. We meaning my cousin, who was my then hype man. And we hit the road, man. And it's like being a young kid fresh out of high school, on the tour with rock stars, like really getting a taste of that rock star life. And, from the partying, I mean, I'm only 18, 19, and I'm still drinking all the beers because I'm cool, because I'm with the band, you know what I'm saying? And
Sure.
just girls and just funny stuff, just learning bad things, good things, getting sick. I remember my cousin, man, he got like an infected tooth on the road, and he had to take like 3 buses in LA to go find a dentist. Like, it was just so funny. His mouth was swollen during the show. Like, just so many funny stories, man. And it's like that really, even that was still to this day some of the best experiences I've had, and learning experiences, most definitely.
Well, I couldn't even imagine being such a young age and just kind of getting out of high school. Next thing you know, you're on tour already. So.
Yeah, man, and I'm definitely blessed, but don't get it twisted. We worked our asses off for it. We promoted like crazy. We were running around, man. We sold mad tickets. Like, we really put the footwork in. It wasn't like, you know what I'm saying? One thing I had to learn quick was, it don't matter how good you are at something, if you're not pushing it properly, if you're not, business minded, you might as well forget it. Because, you know what I'm saying? There's people out there that could probably, sing better than Michael Jackson, but they don't got no drive. You know what I mean? They can play ball like Jordan, but they made bad decisions and they went to prison or something. It's like, you got to really, it's about how you shape your whole life, man, and the principles. You know what I mean? I had to pick up quick because I was getting dusted by other kids my age. At first, I was like, yo, I got to get my T-shirts made. I got to, you know what I'm saying? So that was just a huge turning point in the way I looked at the professional side of the business,
That's good. Instead of just, especially being such a young age.
You're one of the lucky few that understand the business part end of it.
Could just wild.
I mean, and I definitely commend my step pops for that too, because he had already been through the ropes in the 80s and 90s and all that. So he's telling me, hey man, if you're serious, you got to go about this like that, so he mentored me for years, really, in the beginning, you know what I mean? And
right.
That was just a big, because nobody can do it on their own, man. I don't care what they tell you. Somebody helped them along the way.
Right.
For sure. So the Detroit Democracy thing went down in 2007. I assume you went on that tour, the 2008 time, and then you kept doing tons of shows with big names and stuff after that, and putting out music, constantly grinding. And then what kind of led you to, I know one of the big things that got you a lot of popularity was the BET 106 in Park. Like, how did that come about? Like,
yeah, man, that was huge. So, just by the grace of God, and me, putting the name out there and letting the world know I'm a rapper, so my pops, my real dad, moved to Florida. And when he did, I had cousins down there, and they saw a video of me winning the talent show rapping, and they didn't know I rapped. So I came and visited my dad in Florida when I was young, and she was, my cousin was like, yo, I know these guys who are radio DJs. They do the rap station. And one of them came to her crib, and I rapped for him, and he was really impressed, and he saw the video and whatnot, and he was like, I think this kid has something. So he started flying me out, once in a while, working with me and putting me in the studio, and he'd get my song played, on the radio, and is it hot or not? And people would call in, you know what I mean? So this is big for me. I'm still a teenager. I'm getting my song played on the radio. Like, this is crazy. So one time he said, you got to come to Florida. Jadakiss is going to be here at the radio station. We're interviewing him, and you got to be here. Now, mind you, Jadakiss is one of my favorite MCs I've studied ever at this point in time, and even to this day. So I'm like incredibly hyped. So I fly down. Actually, they fly me down, and I'm in the radio station. And here comes Jadakiss, and he's at the radio doing promo for his album. And when the song's playing, they got all the microphones off, and we're just chatting while the songs and the commercials play. And they were like, "Yo, this is my man right here, and he can rap and da 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 da." And Jada looks at me kind of like, like skeptical. They're like, "Put a beat on," and they just put me on the spot. And all my nerves are worked up. Oh, shit. And I just started spazzing. And Jada loved it, right? Well, luckily, my boy was there, and he filmed the whole thing. So it was like the best thing ever. Jada's talking about signing me now, and he's shouting me out on the radio. Everything just was moving so fast. And all this was on tape, and the video, my managers, the guys from the radio, or actually not my managers at that point, but they sent the video out in a chain of emails. And one of the people in the email was the program director for BET. And he was like, "Yo, that was crazy. Tell that kid to come to New York and try out for 106 in Park." So next thing you know, I'm flying out to 106, the tryout in New York. And that was crazy because there was like 400 people there, and they're only picking I think 15 or something like that. So here we are. I'm in the lobby with everybody. I'm looking around, sizing everybody up. Oh, man, I don't know what they're going to do. I had to battle like 5 people for 2 to 3 rounds apiece. And I probably beat 4 of them, and I'm not going to lie, I probably tied 1 of them. But it was tough, man. It was crazy. Like, I didn't kill it the whole time. There was definitely, I had to warm up. It was nerve-wracking, man, but I was one of the few that made it. And then when I got on the show, I took the belt from the champion, and I was the reigning champion for weeks, and I was in the finals and the whole 9. So that was like my huge claim to fame. Even to this day, that's one of my claim to fame, and that was a whole nother experience, with getting national exposure and TV, and I'd never done that, you know what I mean? So I had a lot of experience under my belt at a young age at this point.
Yeah, that's huge. And that, for people, that was the they called it the Freestyle Friday, right? So basically,
yeah. So it was like rap battles.
Yeah. So,
yeah, man, it was tough too because a lot of people were writing most of their shit, and like I had a few premeditated lines. Don't get me wrong, but I also was trying to do on the spot shit, and everybody's coming at me with this perfectly crafted, rehearsed shit, and mine's a little more choppy than theirs, and I'm trying to, still win the crowd over and. It was a learning experience, man, for sure. It was, a blessing, most definitely.
That's crazy. Yeah, that's super huge. And that was 2010, and you did like I think what 3 or 4 weeks in a row. You
yeah, I did 2010 and 2011. That 11 was the finals, Yeah, man, but that just led to so many things. That helped me get on Sway in the morning and all the, it's just funny how it's like every little move is a domino. Me writing rhymes was the first domino. Me learning the beat machines and me having the guts to ask my step pops, Sure. And then me having the guts to do the talent show, and then the talent show leading into, hey, rap for the DJ. The DJ said rap for Jadakiss. Jadakiss got me BET. BET got me Sway. You know what I mean? It's like I'm just moving across the chessboard. You know what I mean? It's crazy. It's sometimes it feels like a whole nother lifetime. It's like crazy when I think of this. I'm like, was that me or was that a movie?
That's amazing. So tell me, you mentioned it. Tell me about Sway in the Morning. Like, how did you end up linking up with that? And you composed the theme song or something? Like how? Yeah.
So
that's kind of a big deal.
Right, yeah, that was another one of those things, man. That was, definitely a medal of honor, if you will, on my, what I'm saying, on my uniform, metaphorically. But yeah, really. So the radio guys ended up signing me to a management deal, and I ended up moving to Florida. That's where they were based out of. So, I met up with tons of artists. Had a bunch of vlogs with a bunch of big celebrities and legends. And what happened was they were like, yo, we actually know Sway, and we went to his wedding back in the day and this and that. And we came up DJing in the 90s with him and this and that. We're going to see if we can get you on the show or something. No, I'm sorry. It was he put a thing out saying he needed a theme song. So, you know, we got ins with him, so maybe, you know, we can get you on there. So I did my theme song, we submitted it, and they loved it. And he liked it so much, he invited me up to rap on the show and play my single and do an interview and whatnot. So, again, here I am going to New York, and now I got a little clout, too, because he knows I was on BET Freestyle Friday. So, you know what I mean? It's just like one of these whole things, and that's a dream come true. I watched the likes of Eminem and Tech Nine, and I mean, so many legends go up to Sway's show and do classic shit that I've studied and learned from coming up. And, you know, here I am in those same shoes. And it's weird because, you know, it's like a law of attraction thing, because specifically Freestyle Friday and specifically Sway's show were two things that I always wanted to do my whole life. That was like some of the main things I used to watch. And it's a weird thing. It's like they say you normally get what you think about the most. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I equate some of that to me just having that belief. Just, you know, the fact, if you pick up the mic, you believe in it enough right there. It's like, how far do you believe? You know, I think people look at Kanye West like he's a lunatic, and he's so arrogant and this and that, but he also got $9 billion. So you know what type of confidence you got to have not, you know what I mean? That's as much as you might not like it or relate to it, that's what it takes for him to be the $9 billion man. You know what I mean? It's really about self-belief. You can't even take the first step without believing. It's like, so don't limit your belief, man. That's one thing. Because if I didn't believe I could do it, I would never be there. That's definitely, you know, one of those keys.
You have to manifest it within yourself and project it to the universe, and it'll come back to you.
Yeah, man. It's crazy, man. I used to think that was really superstitious and cliche, but the more I learn, you know, I mean, you talk to these billionaires, and you look at these, you know, videos of these billionaires and super successful CEOs, they all say the same thing. It's always about self-belief. Always. It's always about having the confidence and the courage, always. You know what I mean? You can't make a shot that you don't take. You know, and I learned that quick. I spoke up, and don't get me wrong, it ain't all glory either. You know, from this whole timeline I've gave you thus far, there was a lot of blunders throughout that as well, and depressions and shit too. You know, you only see the peaks but not the valleys.
Well,
you know,
that's the learning process of it, and that's the beauty of it, is that, like, if you're projecting that manifestation out, you know, to the universe and all that stuff, and you're going through the motions, then the universe is going to produce, like, all right, here's an opportunity. You just got to know when it's an opportunity. It's like, oh shit, you got to capitalize on it. And people be like, oh, you're getting lucky. It's like, no, I'm going through the motions, and I just know what I need to look for. I know what I need to do. Yeah. And you're listening to the universe talk to you while you're like putting out, like, yeah, no, this is happening. Like you feel it in your bones. Like, yes, this is. Yeah, you know, the people that live their life saying no, oh, I can't do this, I can't do that, I can't do this, they don't get anywhere. Mm-hmm. You know, it's all negativity. You got to be, you know, in your mind and heart, like, yes, no, I can do this. I this is what I want to do. This is what I'm going to do. It's not even what I want to do. It's what I'm going to do.
Man, and you know, I think you know, as far as luck, maybe luck of the draw, as far as circumstance, some people have different circumstances, but I think that, you know, if you know, someone says, wow, man, you're lucky, it's like, you know, it's funny, the harder I work, the luckier I get. Right. You know what I mean? The more I learn, the more I earn. It's not a coincidence that I've done anything big. It's because I've really studied this game, and I've learned a lot of shit, man. I'm not perfect. I still got a long way to go. I mean, you know, I'm no millionaire. You know, I'm not balling like crazy. You know what I mean? But most of the time I was doing all those big things I mentioned, I was broke that whole time. It wasn't like I had everything figured out, but I was paying my dues.
I mean, that's perfectly put. You know, it's like luck. You know, from the outside, you know, people that are always naysayers. Oh, you're just lucky. You got. It's only because you know this person or that person. You got. You know, you just got handed this. You know, it's like, no, I didn't. You know, I fucking earned this, and I know what to look for because of my experience.
And you know what? It ain't always And you know what it is too, that you don't necessarily got it made because you know somebody either. And I mean this in no disrespect. I love Diddy. I love everything he does. I've been following him my whole life. But let's keep it real. His son is a rapper, and name one song from him.
Exactly.
You can't. And his dad is Diddy. And then, okay, and no disrespect to my man, but it ain't hitting for some reason. It ain't because you don't got the support. So you can have all the support in the world. Don't necessarily. You got to put the real work in and really mold it. And you know what I'm saying?
The support and the money. His kid's got all the money that his daddy has. His daddy will back his ass up on it too.
Yeah, and we've seen this numerous times. That you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, Benzino's daughter is more popping than he was.
I mean,
because he don't really got it quite like that.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, it's just one of them things, you know?
I mean, it's always been like that. Like, even Frank Sinatra, his kids went into it. I mean, his daughter wound up being successful, but I mean, his son is just kind of like a Frank Sinatra Jr. That's it.
Yeah, it's like, look at Bob Marley's sons. He got all them sons, but only Damian Marley's really the household name out of all those.
Doesn't Ice Cube have a kid that does stuff too? Like that?
He's got his son acts.
Yeah, but he's killing it in movies though.
Yeah,
he is killing it in movies. I don't know. I don't think he does music that I understand.
See, because like you could be handed the opportunities, but it's up to you to be able to capitalize on that opportunity. It doesn't matter what level that opportunity comes at. Some people got to work up to that, Class A level opportunity that some of these people are given.
Unless you're Justin Bieber, then you just put it on YouTube and hope somebody hits it.
But that was an opportunity that he took. He capitalized 100%. On. I mean, he was one of the first huge fucking internet stars.
Mm-hmm. It's like, you know what it is, man? It's like, for lack of a better phrase, I just genuinely give a fuck. Like, I genuinely care about my legacy. Like, I want to look back and be really proud.
And it's not about looking at what you're doing right now. It's about like really looking into the future. Like, this is like not even like a specific, but like, no, I know I'm gonna be this. This is the major direction I want to go. Like, I'm gonna be great. I'm gonna achieve this level of whatever you want to achieve.
Man, it's so funny to go off what you just said. A phrase I heard recently that really stuck with me. It said, it's not so much about what you're doing, it's about who you're becoming. You know what I mean? So like,
oh, absolutely.
You might love your job, but who are you becoming at that job? Do you love it because it's some easy shit that, you know what I'm saying? Like, are you making bad habits by doing easy shit? Like, I don't know. Or do you hate your job and now you're becoming this bitter person? There's so many things. Who are you becoming?
Or you love this job, but like, what do you want out of life? Like, what is this job giving to you what's your bigger picture? Like, what do you want in life? If you just want to go to work and then go home and you get a paycheck and that's it, back and forth, then all right, cool. Then you did it. You succeeded. But like,
yeah, man, and a lot of people think money is always the solver of everything, and it can be, but it doesn't necessarily. Like, man, I mean, I ain't gonna say any names, but I know some people with millions of dollars who are fucking miserable that I would never trade places with.
It's a tool. It's a tool, and you got to know how to use it. Money makes things easier to obtain, but like, if you still don't know what the fuck you're doing or what you want, it's not going to make you fucking happy. Yeah, you can buy whatever what you want in the moment. Cool, but you don't know what the fuck you're doing.
There's way more responsibility with money. People look at you and treat you differently when they know you got money. People start dictating. You get a whole new set of problems that you might not necessarily know how to deal with. Look at people. I mean, Britney. Look at like people. I mean, people go crazy. Rich and famous people lose their fucking mind. Right. Dave Chappelle had to go all the way to Africa. It didn't matter about 50 million. He turned it down because the money ain't always the solver. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? It's just like people are so infatuated with the money all the time. It's like, what is it that you really want? You want a good life, or you want the actual just money?
That body, man. I ain't never seen nobody frown on a jet ski before.
Right. That's true, man. But think about this: if you work a job and you want to put in 90 hours instead of 40 because you think more money's better, do you think that your life is doper? Because I don't.
Right. No,
absolutely not.
Because that's all you're doing is you're putting your life into work. You gotta have
Yeah,
fun
you
in
know what I'm
life.
saying?
So sure, you got the money, but then like, cool, you ain't got no time to use it.
Yeah, right.
Like, what the fuck are you
Right.
doing with it?
But don't get me twisted. I'd rather be, you know what I'm saying? I'd rather be crying in a Lambo than a Pinto. Don't get me twisted.
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Yeah. But I mean, that's
you
not
know.
the point, though. Like, you know, you
Yeah.
can be in the Pinto and be the happiest person alive, you know, because
Facts.
you're doing what you want to do, you know, and it's not about the Pinto or the Lambo. It's about what level you want to achieve in what you're doing, and you know, sometimes you do need that money to reach a level that's like, okay, now, like I'm trying to change my career over into a career that I don't have to, you know, work for another corporation. I am my own, you know, entity as it is. I make my own money, and I'm free to do whatever I want, you know. I mean, I'm still gonna have to do shit day in and day out. I'm not, you know, I'm just not gonna like, oh, I just want to sit at home on the couch. I don't want to work. I just give me money. It's not that. You know, I want to go do shit. I want to travel the fucking planet, but I don't want to have to worry about, oh, am I going to be able to get off, you know, for, you know, is this company that I'm making a lot of money going to let me off to maybe go spend some of my money that I was able to scrape together? You know, it's like, I don't want that. I want bigger things.
I feel that, man. Hey, well, you got your own answer right there. Ownership, man. I'm big on that.
Absolutely.
You know, I mean, that's the way it took me years to get there, but that's my situation right now.
Hell,
And
it took me years to get here.
What's that?
That's hell, it took me years to get here.
Yeah, and it's not for everybody either necessarily. I think a lot of people, I know some people who claim they're entrepreneurs, and this is no diss to anybody, but I personally think they'd be way better off being more like a team leader.
Yeah.
You're not the boss type mentality, or you're maybe unorganized or whatever. Okay, but if I give you a task, you can knock it out like crazy, you know. And there's nothing wrong with being the captains of the team. You know what I mean? I think too many chiefs, not enough Indians sometimes.
Everybody's got their own place, and you know where there's life where.
Yeah, totally, man, totally. I agree.
And some people just are meant for bigger, better things, and I think I'm one of those people. Not just to be entitled, but it's like, yeah, and you know, if you believe that, then you just keep at it. You know, keep believing that.
Let's go.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I like that. Make some noise for that, y'all. Let's get back to him.
Yeah,
Like
I'm gonna
that.
give myself something. I'm gonna give myself a little bit. You know.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta look at that. See, get a little dash of that. You know, that's a little dash of that Kanye. Hey, I can't believe I can do it.
Exactly.
I mean, you know, or whoever. You don't gotta use him, but you know what I'm saying. Everything's a hip hop fucking thing for me, so I just relate everything to hip hop.
Everything's Kanye.
Hell yeah. Get your
Hell
Yeezys.
yeah, man.
Yeah.
Strap on your Yeezys.
Do you see
Let's
these?
Go to work.
These are Yeezys.
Yeah, right. Hey, I will say though, I've never rocked with no Yeezys. I personally, I don't think they look good on me, but
It
hey,
ain't easy to rock a Yeezy.
I'm not sure if they look good on anybody, but
No.
yeah, you know what though? For whatever reason, I heard him just say it was like the #1 growing brand or something crazy, something. They broke some records. It's just like, all right, hey, it's working for you. I don't wear it, but more power to you.
Bro, there's more to it than just like, he's selling a shoe and people are fans of him and they're buying it. Like there's so much more to that, you know. I'm not like trying to like, you have to get a Yeezy, or I'm not like, you know, a Yeezy expert or anything like that. I'm just saying that like there's more to it. Like people are investing in that shit. Like,
Man.
like there's big money in that. Like there's a lot of shit that like we as consumers have no fucking idea why in the fuck it's doing what it's doing. But it's doing
Man,
it.
I agree, man, and especially if we're talking Ye, man, he's really on the cutting edge of shit, way more than anybody. Again, you don't get $9 billion by just being good at rapping and fashion. There's so much more shit he's got going on, bro. He's doing architecture things overseas, and he's building schools, and he's trying to do prison reform shit, and they're like really getting Larry Hoover out of the joint and all kinds of crazy shit. Like, he lives in he hangs out with Elon Musk. Like, they're trying to innovate life. Like, he's on a whole nother thing. You know what I mean? He ain't perfect. I don't agree with everything he ever did or said, but it's just a different thing, man. And the reason I'm talking about him so much, because I just watched his whole 2-part Drink Champs interview and recently his Rogan interview, and it just made me gain respect for him in different ways. It's just like hip hop is so dope, man. Like hip hop is people like Kanye and Jay-Z and Eminem. They're taking rap and they're putting it places it never used to be, in corporate offices, and Nas is putting it on the board in the boardroom, and you know what I'm saying? Rappers are walking in doing $1 billion deals now. They didn't even want to play rap on MTV, bro. Now we're walking in the biggest shit. Look at the halftime show for NFL, bro.
Hell yeah.
Rap, all rap. Hey America, rap.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You remember this? Remember Eminem? You tried to cancel him when he came out and say, you know, tell the kids not to buy his album. He's making fun of gay people and celebrities and dead people and grab his nuts and flipping the camera off. Yeah, now he's at the Super Bowl. You know what I mean? Like,
Big
you
difference.
can't stop hip hop, bro.
Fuck yeah. Yeah,
My
it's
bad. I'm over here ranting and
You're
shit.
good, brother. Keep on going. Keep on trucking. That's what we're here for. We're here
Yeah,
for you,
man.
man.
Let out all that shit, man. We're you're on the couch, man. We're your therapist.
Yeah, man. I'm hot on it, man. You got me. It's a good interview, man. You got me all heated up now.
We're gonna spark new passions, man. We're gonna rekindle some fat and passions.
Yeah, for sure.
So obviously we talked about all kinds of like dope opportunities and things that you worked hard for, and big moves and things that were going on. So what kind of happened after that? Like, I know you went on the road, you've been on some pretty big tours, worked with some pretty big people. Like, what was kind of the trajectory of Hatch after, being on BET and winning all these battles and stuff like that, and then kind of where did that like put you in your career?
Yeah, so yeah, I'll tell you, so the radio guys, I had a management with them for a few years. Did a lot with them, man. Shout out to the Babalu Bad Boys. They changed my life forever, man. I mean, they had me in the rooms with, I'm telling you, some of, like, literally the biggest rappers, some of the biggest legends, some of the biggest, we were going to Pharrell's private parties in Miami. I'm running into, reality TV stars, and Wyclef is over here at this club. And I mean, it was just like a star-studded moment in my life. I met fucking Dolly Parton, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, I'm hanging out with Steve-O from Jackass, and you know what I'm saying? And things that changed at the radio station. I didn't end up staying with the Babalu Bad Boys, but we're still on great terms. They still help me out any way they can. And I continued to, what's funny is back then the game was different. The game was get on the radio, get a record deal. And throughout those years, while I was making all those moves, a lot of shit changed, and it became, oh no, we're not doing that anymore. Now it's, instead of MySpace, we're going to Facebook, and now we got different things going on, and the whole industry changed with the MP3s, and you know what I'm saying? Now all of a sudden you got iTunes, and things are different. No one cares about CDs. And so, I started changing up the business ethics a little bit. Instead of trying to run around, because when I was on BET, I sat down with every label in New York. I sat down with Sony, Jack, Epic, whatever, you name it. And, we were pushing for a deal. And that all changed because the streaming era started taking over, and then it started becoming this independent thing. And you don't have to go to radio. You can be whatever type of artist you want, because now the internet is what's up. So things started changing. So I started taking a more independent type of approach, and I wanted to build my own brand. You know what I mean? And luckily, with the connections I had made and even gained, I did more tours. I toured with Crooked I, or King Crooked, from Death Row Records back in the day, from Shady Records, Slaughterhouse, Eminem, and those guys. That's the homie. Shout out to him. I toured with Eazy-E's son. Did some other tours as well with my boy Astray, who got signed to Shady, and some out-of-state shows, and still linking with artists and like Post Malone and Fetty Wap, and just, with plugs I've made in Detroit. And you know what I'm saying? I'm a mover and shaker, man. I network a lot. So, I got the key to certain doors sometimes. And, it's cool because I can do shit with artists. We don't even got to make a song, but I can do business with them. I can link them with my boy who owns a dispensary, and we can break bread over there through a walkthrough. And get paid. I can get a little money. You know what I'm saying? So I have different ways to connect with artists. I got producers and studios that I can, so-and-so's in town. Okay, hey man, you need anything, I got you. You know, that's how I try to treat the OGs when they come to town. You know, it's like over the years, I've just gained a rapport with a lot of important people, man, and I've had to show my ass, metaphorically, that is. You know, I had to show and prove in a lot of scenarios, you know, so in certain circles, I've gained a rapport. So I'm just moving and shaking at all times, man. At all times, I'm in the middle of whatever I can be, bro. And, you know, I've been able to sustain a career to a certain level and, you know, still growing to this day. And overall, man, it's just really, I love what I do. I love the lifestyle, man. I love the late nights and the sleepless nights and the moments you're jumping up and down because you just thought of the illest punchline ever. You can't wait for people to hear it. And I love being in front of the camera. I love even being behind the camera as of recent, man. I have a passion for film. I just love entertainment. I'm just engulfed in it, man, at all times. It's just me.
Hell yeah! So you've been putting out for the last couple of years, just steady putting out singles and stuff.
Yes, sir.
Are there any plans? I know we kind of talked about how like physical is not really a thing anymore, but do you have plans to do an album, or are you just on the single?
You know, yeah, that's a great question. For the most part, I'm on a single train, but to be honest with you, I am in the background constructing like 3 projects. One is basically done, but it's what it is like I have like a freestyle video series that I do where I do like a full-fledged, full production music video for like these freestyles or these even short songs that I've kind of just turned into a series for like bingeable content. And what I realized is I got like 10, 11, 12 of these things. I'm like, I might as well just put it out as a full project with a few bonus records nobody's heard, just so people can have it as one full collection instead of, you know, picking out random singles. And then I got a EP coming with my man Orlando Wade. It's the dude who produces most of my shit right now. And he's solely producing the project, even singing a hook on there. You know, and that's damn near done. We just got to get some mixes, and, you know, that's a process as well. Some cover arts, and, you know, it's going to be a minute, but we got some things coming. And we got a whole nother project too, or at least a collection of songs to pick from. I'm going to try to shave it down into a nice body of work. So, you know, hopefully 2022, you see a couple projects from me, at least 2. You know, a couple other producers I've been throwing around ideas with about doing EPs and 5-song albums and things, but I think I got to put out some bodies of work soon, most definitely.
Hell yeah. So tons of stuff on the horizon and plenty already out there. And then
yeah, man, definitely.
And then we all get to hang out again in just a couple weeks. If you guys want to check Hatch live, you can catch him with Mayday, Lex the Hexmaster, Steve Burton, and Zitro, all hosted by us at Replicon Radio. It's going down at Carl's Tavern in New Haven, Indiana.
Yeah, man. I just heard my boy King Crooked was through there. Am I right about that?
Yeah, I believe so. Yeah, I believe.
Yeah. That's dope, man. Hell yeah. Yeah, I've never been out to Carl's, man, so I'm real excited. Matter of fact, I performed in quite a few states, but I don't think I've actually performed in Indiana, which is crazy because y'all are like right next door.
Yeah, Carl's is a dope little spot, man. It's a small venue, but it's packed full of lots of love, and the people that run it are super dope, and they always they appreciate the music, and they always bring in some of the dopest talent, and it's just a great place. Sure.
I don't think I've ever been out there. It doesn't matter how how small the actual crowd was. Like, it was always a party. Like it. Oh yeah. Yeah. It's always a good time out there. Shout out to the motherfucking Ice Machine.
That's right. Yeah, Carl's is dope, man.
Hell yeah, man. Yeah. I heard it's kind of a legendary spot out there, and I just can't wait to get out there, man, and do my thing, and you know, kick it with the people and meet some new people, and, you know what I'm saying, just party a little bit, you know what I mean? Luckily, I got a hotel that night, so we can, you know, we can have a little bash. You know, I ain't got to drive or nothing crazy, so right. Yeah, man, I'm excited to get out there, man, and show the people, you know, what I got to offer.
Yeah, man. We're excited to see it. This whole show, I mean, everybody on the show is just packed full of talent, man. It's gonna be dope. We're excited. It's always a good time.
Yeah, I heard it's gonna be a pretty sold out crowd in there.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. So if you guys haven't got your tickets yet, I guarantee they're going to sell out. You can get them at eventbrite.com. We shared it on our social medias and stuff as well. So pick up tickets now if you haven't already, because it's going to fuck down. Carl's Tavern.
Hell yeah, man.
If anybody tuned in live, you guys got any questions or anything, just put them in the chat room. We are live on YouTube as well as repliconradio.com. I got a playlist. We're going to play some music after we get done chatting, just to give everybody a taste. I was just going to go over some of the tracks that I had lined up and see if you had any fun tidbits or stories about these certain tracks. The first one I got is One Way.
Oh, is that me?
That's you.
Oh shit! Oh, I wasn't expecting that. Hell yeah!
Yeah, these are all. It's all you. This is all.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize. Oh yeah. That's love. I appreciate it. Yeah, One Way. That's the latest single with my man Pony Evans. Man, that was one of them tracks that just came together in like 15 minutes. Is one of the magical moments. So that song always brings me back to that. Yeah, that's a great record, man.
Then we got Bentley.
Oh, Bentley. That's funny, man. Hell yeah. That was like an experiment record, man. That's some funky. I ain't even rapping on that record. That's like a whole nother thing I was doing. Different. But yeah, Bentley, that's the shit.
Hell yeah. Then we got the you were talking about them earlier, the freestyles. I got the Raise Hell freestyle.
Okay.
We got 2:30 a.m.
Nice. That's a banger too. Yep.
IDWT.
Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a little R&B flavor. Hell yeah.
And then I got Until I'm Gone with King Crooked and
nice, man. Nice, man. You know what? I haven't announced this anywhere else, so I'm gonna give y'all the exclusive right now. Yeah, this is super exclusive world premiere. Crooked and I got some more music coming out, man. That's already finished, so be on the lookout for that too. This is the first announcement of it. So yeah, man, keep your ear open for that.
That's what's up.
Yeah.
King Crooked and Hatch coming soon.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to it. That's dope. So they're working together again. You got a freestyle, the full project coming, an EP coming, more things coming.
Yeah, I got a few surprise tricks up my sleeve. I think I'm dropping a video too within the next week. Be on the lookout for that as well, man. So I'm just grinding, man. Just enjoying the process.
So obviously we'll see you on the 27th in Indiana. Are there any other plans to hit the road next year or anything going on now that things are starting to open up again?
Yeah, I was that was a funny thing you say. Yeah, man, the pandemic has really screwed some things up, and a lot of things have canceled for me, believe it or not. But I'm trying to see what's up for 2022. Wow, that's crazy to say. That's the first time I've said that. 2022. It damn near is 2022 already.
Damn future.
That shit's like next week, basically. But yeah, man, I nothing planned yet as far as tours, but I've been linking with a lot of good people, man, and I think there's definitely gonna be something on the horizon soon. So definitely stay tuned.
Hell yeah. Well, I got one more question for you, man. Unless somebody tuned in, got something they want to ask. We ask all of our guests the same shit because we're completely unoriginal, and we just like the answers.
It's all up.
But essentially, man, you got 3 records, 3 albums you just could not live without. Maybe they inspire you as an artist. Maybe it's the one you cry to in the car when you're sad, or the one you punch the wall to when you're mad. Whatever it is, just 3 albums you could not live without. What would they be?
Oh man, that's so tough. But I will say, damn, that is really tough. I think I'm gonna say I'm gonna say Stillmatic by Nas. Not Illmatic, but Stillmatic. For certain reasons, there's a particular song on there that completely just made me look at rap totally different. Song called Rewind on there. Where he tells a whole story backwards, and it's just like so dope to me and creative, and I just was like, Nas is the GOAT. Like after I heard that, I'm gonna say Biggie, Life After Death, but you gotta have both discs because it's technically one album.
Yeah,
but man, just some of the most classic hip hop shit, man. Like you could just press play and let that shit ride and not have to touch a thing, because every song is just crazy. And the third, oh damn, That's a tough one, man. That's really tough. Let me think, man. Third album. Wow. I might have to say, man, that's so tough because I've learned and dug into so much. But maybe I can just give that to, you know what? I'm going to say Tech 9, Angelic. Because that was another moment where I looked at rap totally different. I never heard no shit like that in my life. When I heard the song God Complex, I was like, what the fuck is that? And how can I hear this again? Like, that dude, and shout to Tech, he's my top 10 of all time, all day. Because that dude is just musically inclined, and he got his own shit, every little thing he does got a creative, reason behind it, and it's just he's down to the stage show, to everything, man. He's the man. So I'll throw that in there too, man. I didn't know what I was gonna say, but those are real important albums to me, man.
For sure. Hell yeah, man. No, that's the shit. It's always hard for people that actually think about it. But yeah,
I know, man, and I just want to say, like, oh, but Jay-Z, but this Eminem, but this Big Pun, and this. It's like, man, I can't say them all.
Right. But it works because you put all that, that influence, and you put it in a blender, and you pour it out, and you got a little bit of hatch.
Yeah, you're for real, man. That's real shit, man. Not long ago, I put on Facebook the top MCs I studied to become me, and if you look, you could probably see remnants of a little bit of all of them in my style. It's just crazy.
Oh, absolutely. Oh, I guess it does lead to another question I didn't ask. Where does the name Hatch come from? Like, where did that get started?
So, this story is not a dope story, but I'm going to tell you anyway. Okay. So, like you've learned, I started rapping really young, before I was even 10, really. And by the time I was like 12, I was going to start, okay, what's my name going to be? And I started really thinking myself as a rapper. And I was a little kid, so I was like, okay, I'm small, but I can do damage. So I'm a Hatchet. And then like a year or two went by, and I'm like, man, that's lame as hell. I'm becoming a young man now. I'm like, Hatchet, what? That's trash. And then I was getting mixed up with like ICP shit, because they had like the Hatchet Man and all that. So I was like, I didn't know what to call myself. I kept trying different names. And I remember in all my raps, I call myself Hatch for short, like, Jim to James. And it just rang off so much. I was like, I'm just going to keep Hatch, bro, because that's the only thing that feels natural, so there's not really a dope story behind it. It's just kind of something that just happened to stick.
It's just short for Hatchet.
Yeah. And it's funny because I heard Jadakiss saying, he's from the group The Locks. And they asked where he got his name. He said, oh, we made this in middle school. We were the Warlocks. And Diddy was like, nah, you ain't, forget the Warlocks. Just be the Locks. So the Locks is really Warlocks. You know what I mean? Which, really, like, that's not that dope to me either. But you're going to say bad about the Locks. You know what I mean? Like as long as the music's there, it is what it is. So I built the name around Hatch, and that's just what it is, man.
Hell yeah. That's what's up. Just out there being a wise guy, eh?
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's a crazy thing.
Hell yeah, man. That's what's up. Shout out to Stir Crazy in the chat.
My guy Stir Crazy, what up, though?
Hell yeah, that's the homie. So yeah, man, I'm pumped for it. Let everybody know where they can follow you, keep in touch, make sure they don't miss out when the things drop and the shows get announced. Like, where can they keep in touch with you?
Yeah, definitely, man. Make sure you guys hit me up, man, and tell me you heard about me on this show. I'll definitely follow you back, man. You can follow me on social media at Hatch Wiseguy. From YouTube to Snapchat to Instagram to Facebook, you name it, Hatch Wiseguy. I recently got a TikTok as well, but that's under I Am Hatch, because my Hatch Wiseguy one got banned because I was doing some wild shit. So I Am Hatch on TikTok and Hatch Wiseguy everywhere else.
Hell yeah. Make sure you give him a follow. Check out the music. We're going to play some stuff. We went over it earlier. And we're looking forward to seeing you out in Indiana, man. In 12 days. 12 days. It's going down.
I can't wait, man. Yeah, it's gonna be a lit show, man. I cannot wait. I'm just honored to be invited out, man. Real talk.
Hell yeah. Shout out to Steve Burton. Steve Burton's birthday party going down November 27th. Carl's Tavern, New Haven, Indiana. We got Strange Music's own Mayday. Magic Ninja's Lex the Hexmaster. Shout out to the sponsor. Hatch and Zitro. All hosted by us, Replicon Radio. So you know we're going to party like crazy.
Man, that sounds like a recipe for success right there, man. Shout out to my guy, Steve Burton.
Hell yeah. Yeah, it's going to be a good time, man. Make sure you guys get your tickets at eventbrite.com. And hell yeah, man. Well, welcome. I want to officially welcome you to our Replicon Radio family. We appreciate you taking the time to hang out with us, man, and get to know you. And you got some stuff coming up or whatever, just hit us up, let us know, and we're here to help.
Dope, man. Hell yeah. Well, I appreciate y'all so much. Thanks for your time, man, and chopping it up. Good getting to know y'all too, for real.
Hell yeah, brother. You got any last words or any shout outs, anything we didn't get to before we let you go?
Man, yeah, I want to shout out you guys for creating a platform where artists like me can shine and reach more of an audience. You know what I mean? And just really live out our purpose through you guys. So thank you, man, more than anything right now. And, the scene is staying alive because of people like you guys. So, and I also don't think y'all get enough credit for the shit that you guys do and the shit that you set up and to take time to do. So, man, shout out to you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. We appreciate that.
This truly is a wise guy.
He is a wise guy. Hell yeah, man. Well, much love, man. We appreciate it. And we'll see you in 12 days.
Sounds great, man. I appreciate y'all. You have a great night.
You too. You too, bro. If you guys are tuned into the YouTube channel, the YouTube stream is going to end. If you're tuned in live, head on over to repliconradio.com so you can listen to the music, because we're going to bump some Hatch. If you're listening to the replay, which is on all streaming platforms, none of this matters, and the show's just going to continue as always. But head on over to repliconradio.com so you can enjoy the music. And we'll be back after the break to talk some more